Welcome to Fragmental.
An amusing take on random topics. Because that's our fucking tagline. So a couple weeks ago, we did an episode on social influencers. And one of the things we talked about was, on Facebook was the Area 51 push. Which is unfucking believable. But so tonight, we're not alone, as the name of this episode is called.
No, you're not.
So we've got Magnum and Murtaugh because they don't want to use their real names. So
Thank you for having us.
Who's Magnum?
Thank you
and
for
who's
protecting
Murtaugh?
my identity. It doesn't matter.
I don't know, identities.
it doesn't matter at
We'll
all.
let you guys determine that.
Yeah.
Oh, you're already giving too much information.
So Area 51. Or aliens, right? I mean, so
I've heard if you Naruto run, you can outrun the bullets.
Yeah, for real.
That's
is that the Naruto
so
one where
that's
you lean
where
forward?
you run, you
Yeah.
lean forward,
Yeah,
your arms are behind you. Some call it like Sonic the Hedgehog running.
No.
My
It's
daughter-
Naruto run.
My daughter ran like that. She literally got made fun of in elementary school for. She didn't have the full lean of Naruto running, but yeah, it's a very.
If you want to defeat the government, like you have to be able to run that fast. Like
Okay.
To dodge the bullets, yeah.
So the guy who did this, do you have to have like your hair because he's got a little bit longer hair?
No, I thought is
that
Naruto
part
bald?
of the Naruto running? I mean, how?
This is my
Yes,
knowledge of
how do
anime.
you-
Isn't he like bald?
no, Naruto, he's got like spiky blonde hair.
I don't know any of this
And a
shit, so
headband.
like
He's like a magical headband.
my knowledge is limited.
Well, this is what it takes to get into Area 51. They can't stop all of us.
I have knowledge about limited things, but these things I know a lot about. So yeah.
So
I don't know.
Convince Naruto runner invite guy that we shouldn't go to Area 51.
No, you should go. Well, all right. So here's the thing: you shouldn't go to Area 51 though, because all the shit's gone by now.
Oh.
Yeah.
So could somebody just tackle him regularly and be like, "Yeah, dude, you're not. If you can't outrun my fat ass, you're not outrunning the government."
No, they can just
and their
shoot your
bullets."
ass. So,
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. If you just show like, if my fat ass can just full on tackle you, you're not gonna get through the fucking government, the military.
Especially with fucking drones. There's gonna be some little dude in the middle of Area 51 with a joystick going, "Watch this," and fucking just
There's
wipe
also
it.
a fun little line of MPs who have automatic weapons.
Oh, yeah,
who also
right.
blow
I
your
mean,
ass on the ground. So.
There's that as
Yeah.
well. Yes.
They've harvested all of the alien information, right?
Right, by now it's
used
long
for
gone.
Superior technology.
Yeah, I mean,
they don't
shit.
have to have the aliens anymore.
Roswell was in 1947.
7.
Yeah, so it's been long gone for. All right, what's 2019 minus 1947? So
So they've got enough technology to melt you, even if you had a monster earlier.
So I mean, are you suggesting they're not probing aliens on the weekly anymore?
oh no, the aliens are probing us on the weekly.
Okay.
I don't even know where to fucking go with that one.
Well, I mean, August has to go back to, really 1954, but if we go back before that to the original Roswell crash, which, depending upon some people may or may not be a weather balloon, may or may not be retarded Russians who crashed in a weather balloon because it was Soviet disinformation. Also, Joseph Mengele may be involved in this. If we want to throw a Nazi angle into this too, so...
So
I mean, it all depends on where you want to start. So
Was that retired Russians or retarded Russians?
retarded Russians, yeah, mentally
just-
retarded Russians.
Okay.
That were, through various Joseph Mengele style Nazi surgeries made to look like aliens. So
Okay.
it all depends on
Right.
your
That's-
interpretation. All right, is it aliens?
So I had to make
or
sure I heard
is
that
it
properly.
Joseph Mengele doing surgery on Russians to make it look like aliens so they screw with the U.S.? So it all depends on your perspective.
Fucking Joseph Mengele. Wow. That's awesome.
Also, we didn't capture him. He died in the ocean in South America. He had a heart attack. He was like swimming off the coast of Brazil. Like, we just kind of let him go.
I mean,
Did he
may have
Naruto swim?
Unlocked immortality. We just don't know about it.
Drowned? Did not drown.
Did he
We'll
Naruto
never know.
swim to evade our?
Now there's Naruto. What's Naruto swimming? Like a dolphin?
Oh, it's still
It's
with your
basically
arms
kick
behind your
swimming,
back.
yeah.
I mean,
so you flap your
Arms
feet like a
behind you,
fucking
wait,
dolphin.
you've got a dolphin
You're,
kick. Yeah, it's. I think Michael Phelps did it the first world record. He said, as a matter of fact,
with a
Naruto
Naruto swim.
breaststroke. It's
it
It's
would
the
be
no stroke.
Right, it would
Got
be
your arms behind you.
no
That's
stroke.
another thing. Dude, try not to drown.
I
Is what
think
that
that's
is.
something that like Sting does. It's like tantric sex, like no stroke. Yeah, that's like Sting's doing. So
So now it's fucking Sting's fault. People are rushing Area 51 because of fucking tantric sex.
it.
I
So
knew it.
How
Fucking
does a
Sting.
3-day orgasm come into
Yeah, multiple
aliens?
hour
I mean,
that's the problem. Aliens can't come, so they're feeding off our like sexual like bad vibes energy. So
well, no wonder they went somewhere else. I can't blame them for that.
yeah. So the most interesting tweet that I read about the attack on Area 51 was that everyone
wait,
knows.
the attack or
What is
the-
it called?
the
invite
upcoming
to
attack?
The
go see
siege?
the
The
aliens?
siege? Like
It's
I don't.
Naruto run to the aliens?
Naruto
The
run.
Naruto run
Yeah.
to the alien.
Is that the aliens aren't even there anymore. They've been moved to a discrete location in Ohio. Is that-
So they may
in
have.
Ohio?
So it may not be the aliens, but parts of the craft that were moved to Wright-Patterson Air Force Base after said incident in quote unquote incident in Roswell. There's gonna be a lot of quote unquotes here.
Yeah.
So, and honestly, it didn't really even happen in Roswell. Roswell is just the closest like town, really. I can't remember the name of like the actual like bullshit like farmland that it happened on, but like Roswell just happens to be like the county seat where like the sheriff was. So everybody's like, oh, it happened in quote unquote Roswell.
Oh, like the
there was
Cincinnati
quote unquote.
airport.
Exactly, that's actually in
Got it.
Kentucky. Yeah,
It's in Kentucky.
yeah.
That's a good point about like this-
Geography is just a
It happened at
reptilian
the Cincinnati
conspiracy.
airport in Kentucky. What the fuck are you talking about?
Well, that's a good point about like the siege of Area 51. Part of the government was like, hey, for one, it's a military base, and for two, like if 500,000 of you show up, there's gonna be nothing for you to do or subsist on, or there's not enough beds to sleep.
There's only
in.
so many alien loads all 500,000 of you can see.
Well, I mean, you can always like sleep outside of the fence and eat
Bring a
your
tent.
beans and ramen or like whatever. I mean, if you know like these alien researchers, they're not below that. So, I mean, if anything, they're like, this is perfect. This is better than
So are they like
Hilton
Naruto
Holiday Inn.
tailgating at this shit? Like,
More or
what?
less.
Who the
honestly,
fuck is
at this
Naruto?
point.
Is it?
Oh,
let's
God.
go
All right,
back.
so
Where's-
I'm gonna swing this over to Carter.
So it's an anime character, and the reason that puts it into context is because a lot of the conspiracy theory stuff happens on the internet, right?
Right.
In this case, the guy that invited everyone to go attack Area 51 was like a Twitter nerd, like a Facebook nerd.
Right.
And so
No,
he
that's
knows,
a shocker.
Right. Well, yeah. He knows all of the anime fun stuff, and like he was quoted later in an article saying like, "Please don't get mad at me, government. I did it for the thumbsy upsies."
So it's at the end. It's the whole rush on Area 51 is practically just a practical joke.
yeah, but there's
Or no. Well, not a practical joke, but
I mean, kind of a practical joke. It's just like the whole like, oh, I'm gonna toss something out on the internet, and oh, you can't stop all of us. So,
right.
and
okay.
then that leads to the Naruto.
So was he
Running.
like paid a visit by someone? You think for him to be like, just kidding, you guys,
Oh, for
my
sure.
bad.
He could have been milked.
absolutely being followed right now. Like his IP address is like asterisk starred by the government.
Oh,
right
the
now,
Patriot Act is
for
a
sure.
bitch.
Yeah, exactly.
It goes to the point of like, if you put one little thing on the internet that might be interesting, 1 million people are gonna follow it, and like, there's different things on the internet that are sticky and like stick in people's minds and are super popular
say internet
because of. Yeah, well, there's
Right.
That's pretty
Yeah.
sticky too.
That's what got the internet off the ground. So let's leave that piece alone.
Well, I
Let's-
mean, that's, yeah.
yeah.
I've heard there's
Let's-
already a podcast on that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard there was an episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The question's which one, but anyways, continue.
Exactly. When it comes to us, there's probably several podcasts that cover that area.
I feel like it lands
Yeah.
on every podcast.
as my
at some
as my
point.
wife said, she could make some type of analytic diagram of how many times we hit on porn and the internet. So
Not hard.
So when people are not spending their time on the internet, they're kind of confirming their own biases, right? Like if I want to talk about aliens or I want to see what's up, all I really want to hear about is there are aliens. I'm not going to go searching for something that's like, well, there's probably not aliens anywhere on this earth, but maybe if we send a satellite out, like that's not fun to look at.
So you're not looking to quit your job and go siege Area 51 or anything.
I mean, I'm very interested in listening to what
Wait,
happens.
are you Naruto training right now?
Naruto thinking? It's
I thought I saw some Naruto running like trainers over at the school over here.
You probably did.
Really?
Honestly.
No.
oh,
I've seen. Trust me, I've seen plenty of Instagram gym videos that would indicate that people are preparing for the said invasion of Area 51.
So like Ninja Warrior type training, but Naruto Warrior, of course.
Yeah, exactly. I could pull up a video, but since this is a audio medium, I'm not going to.
Yeah, we're just our listener has very
yeah.
vivid
Our three
listener.
listeners, yeah.
very vivid imagination.
Yeah.
You better have a good imagination. There's a lot going on here today.
so to keep us on track, let's play out this hypothetical.
Carter, there's no such thing as on track when it comes to what we're talking to.
I believe I'm Magnum. So let's play this out. Let's play out this.
I'm
hypothetical.
Scully.
Scully, yeah.
Mulder and Scully.
Mulder.
Wait,
Mulder
who's-
and
wait,
Scully.
Who's
Oh,
Mulder?
it's fucking
Damn
better.
it.
God damn it.
Shit.
I don't.
I
I
that's
let
a
my
whole thread
I
that
let
was
my
gonna
love
put-
of Tom
what?
Selleck's mustache skew how this should have gone.
Well, like
Our
I apologize.
Mulder.
like episodes 1 and 2 of the X-Files are exactly what we're talking about, but I digress. So like let's say that we siege Area 51. We get exactly what we want. What are we going to find out?
We're not going to get exactly what we
No,
want,
no, no.
Carter, because it's all
Hypothetically.
gone by now. It's all part of the alien agenda.
Okay, then we siege that. We find enough information to go to Right Pat or whatever it
We're not
is.
going to get it because
What
it's
are we-
all gone from right Pat by now.
Why? Yeah. So why you guys are Narutoing Area 51? We're moving it from.
Yeah, we
we're
can
moving
Naruto
it
run from
from.
Area 51 to Right Pat in like 30 minutes.
At that point, the government's moving it from Right Pat to Camp Pendleton because it's near the ocean. I mean, they're right. Is that? I mean, this is how it's going to go. They're always going to be a step ahead of us, right?
Where's Pendleton's where? North
I
Carolina?
think it's near San Diego,
I mean, the only thing you can really do
which is whale's vagina.
You stay off the
in
grid.
Spanish.
You stay off the
San
grid.
Diego's whale's vagina?
No,
Is that what that means?
It's from Anchorman. It's from
San
Anchorman.
Diego.
Oh.
It means whale's vagina.
Whale's vagina.
You fucking guys.
All right, so
Bam, bam.
all right, so, so where are we going next? Are we? I mean, okay, so
I
you,
think we should stay on Area 51.
so we swing and
wanna-
miss
I wanna
at.
talk
There's
about
a lot of
government control.
content.
Government
I mean,
control.
if anything, you go from. All right, you go government control.
Government is one step ahead of us at all
Area
times.
51 also leads to government control.
I think so. They're,
Yeah,
they're the
because-
look. They're the smartest of what we have. Let's. I mean, let's
if
be
we're talking
real.
about Area 51, let's just break right into the creator. So basically, you have Area 51, and more or less, and we've seen these Foo Fighters and stuff going around during like all of World War II. Around Germany, like you have all these balls of light flying around the airplanes and stuff, where we're bombing the Nazis and etc. And we call them Foo Fighters. So what the Foo Fighters end up turning into is what we end up seeing into Area
Not the band.
51. Yes, not the band.
Not to be confused with Dave Grohl.
Yes, Dave Grohl and
Hey, don't
all,
fuck with Dave Grohl and the
No,
and
hey,
Foo
yeah.
Fighters.
he's probably
He's a god.
he's probably one of the best musicians of our
Yeah,
time.
Dave Grohl, R.I.P. Kurt Cobain. So he is the Foo Fighters, which are like these balls of lights that like basically floated around all of our fighter planes and bombers, etc., while we were kicking to the Nazis. So you have that. So the war ends, and everything's great, but we also happen to figure out how to split the atom, which is how we, put it into the whole thing going on in the Pacific, if that's actually how it happened. But, the Japanese were surrendering, we didn't have to necessarily throw the nuke, it's all your opinion. But basically, once we learned how to split the atom, that's when the aliens really caught interest in us.
So they have
Really-
such good technology they could see from, I don't know, Venus.
Mars.
Then-
Let's go back to
Let's
Mars.
talk
Let's go
about
to Mars.
Venus. You heard of Valiant Thor, the
I've not.
Venusian?
I've not.
Yeah. So, all right. Where did he even go? So we have Valiant Thor, who's this Venusian who is basically a citizen of the planet Venus, if you will. They don't live like on the planet proper, but they live inside of the planet, which is how we don't know about them. So you have this guy, Valiant Thor. He comes over here to the U.S. in the, I don't know if it's like the 50s or the 40s, but either way, he goes to go meet Eisenhower. Eisenhower's like, oh, it's great. Nixon loves him, etc. But Valiant Thor is a whole another bullshit on a plane of bullshit. But what really matters is the 1954 Treaty of Greada. So what happened with this treaty was you have Eisenhower and the alien Greys agreeing to a treaty. What the treaty is the Greys give us their technology, and in turn, we allow the Greys to abduct American citizens. So it's basically an exchange of quote-unquote abduct. So basically you have this whole like trade is like, all right, you give us your technology, we give you our people, you experiment them, probe them, etc., whichever you want to do.
Could I look up this treaty if I wanted to?
Shut up.
Well,
Is this an addendum to the Treaty of Versailles? I mean, what are we?
Information on this treaty that we have with the Greys. So like, there's this entire underlying theme of like the government can fund a bunch of stuff that we don't know about because they've got money from alien technology that we don't know about.
So like Men in Black.
Eisenhower was
Right.
in it with the Greys, so that's all I'm going to say. Look, there's a Grey, there's Eisenhower.
If you want to Google it, Treaty of Greada, Greada.
Yes.
A bunch of stuff comes
Abrogate this.
But it's .org, right?
What was the change?
.gov.
Alright, abrogate this in created treaty.
.org.
Change.org petition. Abrogate this! Exclamation point. In created treaty in pedocriminal matrix on Earth. Alright, let's go into this. I don't even know where I'm going right now, but I love it. So, alright, let's see what this petition says. The following article is the work of several researchers. Abrogate the secret Greada and Tau 9 treaties and the pedocriminal matrix on Earth. U.S. President Donald J. Trump, god damn it, comfort level of abrogating international treaties makes him the perfect person to end the horror of child sex abuse and human trafficking that is haunting the globe.
So if Donald Trump was involved, I don't think he'd be letting him take Americans. He clearly would be going after Mexicans.
I think he's just coming in now since he's the president. So,
yeah, I think he's
Is that like
revamping that.
the little book in like National Treasure, like in the Library of Congress or whatever? Is that like?
Yeah,
Is Nick Cage running after the
I purposely didn't watch it because Nick Cage was in it. But go ahead.
Wait, what's wrong with Nick Cage?
He's
Cage.
great.
90% of his movies are awful. I think it's the main point. The other 10% is great.
What's what
National Treasure was good.
National Treasure was a good movie.
Yeah. And there's plenty
I
of
haven't seen
conspiracy
it.
theories.
Well, then what
to
the
be
fuck are you
confirmed.
complaining about Nick Cage for?
Oh no, I've seen Nick Cage movies that made me want to kill myself, which is why I didn't watch National
Which
Treasure.
one? What was the one where he did was like the fiery skeleton one? What the fuck was the name of that
Ghost
one?
Rider.
Ghost Rider.
Yeah, that's a Marvel movie technically.
Also, another one I refuse to watch.
Yeah.
What Nick? Sorry guys. What Nick Cage movies fucking set you off?
I think the only one that didn't was Gone in 60 Seconds.
Yeah.
And Raising Arizona. But I mean,
Yeah, Raising Arizona is pretty good.
but outside of those two, fuck Nick Cage.
Nick Cage.
Con Air didn't do it for you.
Con Air was awful.
Con
Con Air was fucking awful.
Hey, I mean, like,
Air.
Wait, what about
I guess
Face
it was
Off?
all right. Look, man, I like action movies.
Face
but-
Off?
I want to take his face off.
That was bad.
You know what? The Rock was a good movie.
The
I
Rock
did
was
like that
yeah,
movie.
The Rock was a good movie. Yeah.
I'll give him
Yeah.
that much.
Yeah.
But that might have been because
Yeah.
Connery was so good
Yeah.
that, I mean, fucking Nick Cage just rode his coattails.
Well, like literally any other actor would have done well in that role, I think is the point. The same thing
Right.
with National Treasure. Like I think kind of anyone would have been fine in that movie. And it has nothing to do with Nick Cage, but the movie's pretty good.
yeah, I mean, Brendan Fraser would have smoked the shit out of that.
Brendan Fraser was like 600 pounds at that point.
Let's talk about Egypt and the Anunnaki.
He was in The Mummy.
He was in The Mummy.
Journey to the Center of the Earth,
Yeah.
which was a hollow Earth.
Encino Man.
Technically, the Hollow Earth is All right.
All right, let's
real.
do it. You
Yeah,
brought it.
you
brought it up.
there.
That's
Go
another
ahead, let's-
conspiracy
yeah,
theory.
it-
All right.
you
So
know,
Hollow Earth.
learn us on Hollow Earth.
All right, we're gonna hollow other stuff here pretty soon too. So, all right, Hollow Earth. There are basically holes in the poles, yes, north and south, that lead to basically the concave and or convex. What is it? On the inside of the spoon, whatever the inside of the spoon is on the Earth. So basically, there is a land inside of the Earth, and if you guys wonder what happened to Hitler after the end of the war, Hitler's down there. Hitler and all the Nazis went to the Hollow Earth. Basically, they escaped to Antarctica, went down into the hole into the Hollow Earth, and basically they've been hanging out there down for 70, 80 years.
So he's
however long
still
it's been, so.
Hitler's also
yeah.
the oldest living man, is what you're telling me?
No, yeah,
Hey,
he
fuck
figured
that
out.
guy.
He figured out immortality.
I literally have no cousins because of him. Fuck him.
Hitler is still down there, according to my research. So
According to research.
But I heard that Hollow Earth was a place for like large and like that's where King Kong comes from and where like Godzilla comes from.
yeah, if you watched a bullshit movie with Jack Black in it, Jesus fuck. Listen to some truth,
These
Carter.
are okay.
That's
about,
Mulder,
how about the
not
Amazons?
Carter. It's Mulder.
How about
Right.
the Amazons? Like when we
Murtaugh.
go into, I also heard that
No. Mulder and what the fuck's the other guy's name?
Scully.
Scully, yeah.
Oh,
Sorry.
yeah.
I never watched that show.
oh, it's so good.
Murtaugh and
Magnum.
Murtaugh A, Murtaugh B. Yeah.
No, I heard
What was Don
that the
Johnson's
Earth was
name?
flat, right? It's a disc.
Miami Vice. We'll go with that.
The Earth is flat and it's a disc.
I don't know.
Carter and
Like-
Tubbs.
You
Carter
could
the
go.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I would be Tubbs.
Yeah,
here.
you be more Tubbs.
All right, so go ahead.
Go ahead.
So, in contrast to the convex concave thing, I heard that it's flat, and like as you get to the edge of the disc, there's this fall off, and the government will turn you away as you get there. But like this disc has Hollow Earth under it. Like
I mean, it
those two
depends
things-
on like where you're trying to like reconcile like flat Earth with Hollow Earth, and you you see a lot of overlap with flat Earth believers and Hollow Earth believers, which is I'm a believer in cylinder Earth.
I mean,
which
that's like
kinda-
Kyrie
kinda
Irving
works-
is
yeah,
leading
exactly.
this charge.
Kyrie
right
is
now.
a flat earther, and
How the
I mean,
fuck-
have you ever
flat-
seen the
I
curvature of
just-
the Earth? Have you gone up and seen the curvature?
Yeah, no, that's
No, I have not. I have not.
I mean,
so
yes,
the
I
Earth
have
is
not
fucking
flown.
flat.
like there's the Netflix documentary, and like over the last 5-10 years, and I blame it on the internet, more and more people have believed, like legitimately believed in the flat Earth.
I mean, you can blame like Tila Tequila.
Oh,
I blame Tila Tequila mostly.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can blame her for a lot of things, but
Exactly.
yeah, I mean,
Has she
nobody's ever
Let's
figured out.
let's go back to our standard. Speaking of tequila,
Who saw the sex tape?
yeah. It wasn't that good though, was it? I don't remember.
No,
From
she's.
what-
From what I hear,
I mean, from
I
what
think
I
there
hear,
was a
she
couple of
squirted,
sex
but
tapes
I don't
out
know.
there.
Other than
Yeah,
her
exactly.
squirting, I don't know how good it was.
Her STDs are a conspiracy.
yeah.
I think you can smell them through the screen. It's so.
From
I've
what
heard.
from what you hear,
From what I hear,
yeah, from what I hear.
I'm just gonna re-explore that.
Hey
So
Mulder, go look that up on your laptop.
So there's this idea. There's this idea that like people will take what they can prove as their own reality against something like an expert, right? So if I look out the window, there's no curvature of the earth because I can see that building that's in the distance, right? Like how would I be able to see, XYZ miles?
The funniest thing about flat earthers is when they actually use like a global, like a round term to
Right.
like explain
Oh.
the flat earth. You're
One of
like,
my favorite
you just
tweets-
fucking said round. You
One
know,
of my
like
favorite tweets of all time was the Flat Earther Society tweeted out, "We have followers all around the globe."
All around the globe.
Around the globe.
Black globe.
That's
disc.
awesome.
The hollow disc that you know as our Earth.
So what's the?
We will turn this on its axis. I mean, flatness.
Yeah, exactly. So what's their argument? I don't follow this shit, but you guys apparently are pretty well versed in it. What's the thought about like the end of it? I mean, if you just technically fall off, it was
Jimmy Hoffa.
So basically, there's like an ice wall, and you
Yeah.
hit the ice wall, and that's the end of it. So. I mean,
Oh,
you
so
can
like
go
Antarctica
on
is like
side.
the ice wall. Then.
Yeah, effectively.
So it's actually
Think of it
not
as North Pole or
north.
South
It's
Pole.
so north of us that it's west. Is there a north
Yeah.
and south if
Think
we're
of it
flat?
as
Yeah.
like you live on a frisbee, and at the edge of that frisbee is an ice wall that you can't cross. That also might be Game of Thronesian, but
Yeah, there's a
I
little bit of
refer.
Yeah, I thought that was the Truman Show, but
So
bullshit Games of Thrones stuff. That
current conspiracy theory is that if you ever get to that point, you'll be turned away. So there are studies and things on the internet that you can double check that say like this guy went to the North Pole, but his expedition lasted longer than it should have, and so then it's like, oh well, he just made a Yui, right, at the wall of ice.
so what is this? So I love the gist of it's like this the Squatch hunters who are like, look at the way these branches are broke. It could only be the work of a Squatch, and you're like, it's fucking storm.
no, it's probably a squash. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's confirmation bias, right? That's your
Oh, fuck you with your confirmation bias.
An echo chamber.
Fuck you with your echo chamber. It's either real or isn't, Carter. I see things. I see broken branches, and I know
Mulder.
it's Sasquatch.
I've got evidence such as the first link that comes up when I Google things.
Uh-huh.
We're back to Carter and Tubbs.
Carter and Tubbs.
But anyway, so
Carter and Tubbs light.
so is the reason we haven't found any Squatches is because the meat is so lean that another Squatch will eat a dead Squatch, which will give
Well,
it enough
here's the thing
nourishment
about
to get
squatches.
through like 20
They're
years.
squatches are supposedly very gentle, beings, and we don't know whether they are interdimensional or here on Earth. So
Those
we're gonna get a
hollow
lot into like
earther
the interdimensional. Like,
So how does a Yeti and a Squatch, are they cousins?
it all depends.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Interdimensional or real
Yeah.
life
So
brothers.
it all ties in with mythology and elves and trolls. And like, so most of us think of trolls as like under the bridge, whatever, kind of short
I am a
thingies.
troll.
But like, when you think about mythology across different cultures, there's these
I
different
didn't know.
creatures that always pop up, right? Like dragons or trolls. Or
I am a
whatever it is.
dragon with my wings and fire.
Or
I am a
Squatches.
troll.
Or squashes. So like squash.
We can call 'em a
Sasquatch
squatch 'cause we
would
know them.
Probably
That's
fit
why.
in the mythology of a troll.
I am a
and
fairy with a troll.
Those things are usually aligned with like can skip dimensions, right?
you get,
Will
like, a lot
show
of,
up to
like-
kids but not to adults, or will show up and then disappear immediately. Like usually in the mythology, that's
I mean, it depends. Like you have like your shit, like your like fairy circles, where like
yeah.
technically it's like shit that's died and like spread out, and you have like mushrooms that like form a circle. But these,
Oh, so
these
the mushrooms make things make a whole lot more sense.
yeah, eat those. Mushrooms.
I was gonna say something.
It's
but
actually
I'm gonna leave
fairies,
that one alone.
but
I think we're on the same page.
Yeah,
there.
you and I save wavelength when it comes to that shit.
right. Wait, no, it's not psychosilibin. It's actually real fucking life. So yeah.
So to get us back on track, the government controls.
There is no such thing as getting back on track with this, Carter. I'm gonna just object to that, Mulder.
we can
Overrule.
We control our own destiny here in this room because
We do not control our own destiny.
Doesn't the government allow us to control our destiny in this
It
room?
depends on
Goddamn reptilian.
it depends on how well you can fight against their brainwashing, right? Like if you've been off the grid long enough and you haven't been brainwashed by marketing and the internet in general and the phone that's in your pocket, you can get away from that brainwashing.
Whoa.
right?
The phone in your pocket. Let's back that up a little bit. Your phone, right? We're talking about your phone.
What % of ads do you think you get from your phone as opposed to from anywhere else?
From your pocket pussy.
Actually,
If-
mine
wait a minute.
is sponsored, but I mean, that's neither
man.
here
Last time
nor
I
there.
checked my pocket,
It's
pussy
all
didn't have an
right
ad
there.
generator.
I mean,
in it.
yeah, when you get enough counts on it,
Yeah.
exactly, yeah.
Oh man,
That counter just screams right out.
the government was super happy to put smartphones in everyone's pocket. And all of the
So
tracking
private
data.
So privacy is
There's no denying that these fuckers listen to you.
Oh, absolutely.
Like we were
absolutely,
talking
yeah,
about
yeah, absolutely,
couches
yeah.
Just take a
one
look.
day,
Yeah.
and then like my one.
Yeah.
Well, just download an app that will look at how much data you're uploading during the day and then how much data is being taken from your phone at night. You're not even touching it. It's an insane amount of data. And so, like right now, real life, non-conspiracy stuff, technically, Facebook and Google are taking amazing amounts of data from
Absolutely.
you, right?
Yeah, that's where they make all their money.
Yeah.
So
That's their
this-
fucking business model.
So this kind of thing spins into like the government is watching you, right? And like maybe they are, but
Look, if the government's watching me, they're pretty goddamn disgusted.
my take right.
We need to stop watching this guy.
Exactly. Put this fucking guy away, because that's just fucked up.
This guy goes home, opens up his bottle of particular bourbon that he happens to have, or several bottles, and then just cries all night. So, yeah. And looks at shit online.
Right. Goes to Pornhub.com for the analytics.
I have a girlfriend.
Hey, don't fuck
Hey.
with Pornhub analytics.
Man, they're
They got a good analytics.
They got it.
department.
Have you?
Analytics is like the real deal, man.
It is the real
We
deal.
are legitimately. We want to have like a director of analytics from Pornhub on the podcast. No joke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I want to know like Asian ass porn. Where's the best spot? Who's
Yeah.
Who's going for
What
it in
country?
America?
What country? What county and what country watches the most Asian ass?
Who loves
porn?
their Brazilian
Utah.
fart porn?
They do put out those maps.
No, I
They'll
know they
put
do.
out-
That's
the
what I-
state does. Yeah.
How
You know what?
Utah's number one in
I-
all of them though is a little shocking.
Utah loves their like weird incesty shit, but that makes sense as it would. So Mormon country.
Yeah. I wonder if they
Anything
use.
Yeah,
is
I
so
wonder.
aliens raping people. Let's go on that.
I think it's safe to say the government has all of this data on you. Whenever they want it, they have it, and they can make a profile of you. And maybe that's a good time to give it to the aliens for the Treaty of Greta.
Yeah, because Eisenhower
Son of a
sold us out,
bitch.
God damn it. He won World War II for us, and he sold us out to the fucking Greys. He's like, oh, we'll take your technology and we'll just sell a bunch of God-fearing Americans to be fucking probed and shit by these motherfuckers. So hey,
then
and
was
that's how we
Monica
ended with the
Lewinsky
Dulce
sent
base.
by the Greys. Like, how do we keep President Clinton from bothering us? Let's let him get head from an intern. Like, is that how that works?
It's just an intern.
Oh, it was Justin. My bad.
Yeah, Monica was not a gray. I mean, she could have been a tall white, but I mean, honestly, we can go into like the whole like alien taxonomy. Hey, tall whites are a real thing. So the tall whites control the grays, the reptilians control the tall whites, and it kind of goes down from there. There's a whole alien taxonomy. Like,
So where does Sean Bradley come into this? Because he's a pretty tall white.
hierarchy.
Sean Bradley. Who's Sean Bradley?
He was a 7'6" basketball player.
Sean Bradley. Who's the fucking dude from West Virginia? I had no idea that. Fuck
Kevin
that shit.
Pittsnogle?
Yeah, Pittsnogle. Sorry.
He was sent by the meth community, but
the meth community
yeah.
Why the myth?
as opposed to the opioid community.
Yeah, we're gonna leave
Same
it.
difference.
Let's push that one on the side.
may or may not have a tie to West Virginia moving forward. So anyways,
General drug community in West Virginia.
My understanding was that the reptilians were more of like the smarter, infiltrate everything kind of like race. A la the Skrulls from
David
MCU.
Icke will tell you that.
Yeah.
The reptilians ultimately are the ones who are kind of running things. You have your breakaway civilizations and all that bullshit, but I mean,
The fucking breakdown of this is awesome. It's just like, well, they got to break away. Like it's its own society.
yeah.
I'm impressed because you guys know your shit.
Yeah.
I listen to a lot of things that I've learned about in the past several years.
Underlying all of this is you all need to educate yourself. Multiple. different
Ultimately,
sources.
you all need to get learned, so fucking learn your shit.
Hey man, dude, I
yo.
knew my fucking Naruto. Don't even.
Yeah, you learned how to Naruto run and outrun those bullets, and you will fucking, I don't know, you'll find yourself down there in the basement area filling with a gray probing you and whatever. So,
Wasn't Naruto
Hey.
like the 80s Mexican boy band as well? Naruto?
wait, wasn't that Selena?
No, it was
Shit.
Naruto.
Selena.
Started with-
Fairly confident
yeah.
it's Naruto.
No, it wasn't Naruto.
Who
it
did
was,
J-Lo play in that
Menudo.
one movie?
Menudo. Menudo. Yeah.
Sorry.
Who was
My bad,
J-Lo in
guys.
that one movie?
Those guys were
That's
not a
Selena.
Selena. She was
Selena.
My bad.
Yeah.
My bad.
Martin.
Yeah.
My bad, guys.
Yeah.
Ricky Martin.
Ricky Martin's Puerto Rican.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? I'm a prick. I think Menudo or Naruto, whatever. I do think they're Puerto Rican. They're not Mexican. I apologize.
They're Hispanic.
They're Spanish.
Just makes me. I think J-Lo's Puerto Rican too, right? It makes me think of that.
From Brooklyn.
No,
Oh, fuck
I was made
yeah,
that
she's
South
Puerto
Park
Rican. She's
episode.
She's
Yeah.
Where
Jenny
she's like,
from-
I'm from fucking Puerto Rico.
Jenny from the block.
Yeah.
Of
Did you
Puerto
say
Rico,
South
I
Park?
guess.
Yeah, the South Park episode with J-Lo and Ben Affleck.
No,
yeah.
with an ass like that, she's Puerto Rican.
Yeah.
No doubt.
So I'm not fucking Mexican. I'm Puerto Rican. Yeah.
If J-Lo had some tits on her, it'd be amazing.
She does
That ass.
though.
Shit, they're meh.
In the movie Money Train, they were
Did you
visible.
see the dress from 20 years ago? Or whatever
Yeah,
it was?
but even still, though.
She's married to A-Rod now, though, so it's all good.
She married yet? They're married?
Yeah, they're married.
He's smoking.
Her and
that ass,
A-Rod
I
got married,
guarantee.
yeah. Her and
He's
A-Rod
got like
are doing their
$300 million.
Yeah.
$100 million just from the Yankees alone.
Yeah.
No, $300 million from the Yankees.
No, it was a $100 million deal.
And A-Rod is A-Rod.
No,
Corp,
it was a
so.
10-year, $300 million
More
deal,
than that. He retired kind of in the middle, right?
and the Yankees still paid him out.
Well, that's the thing with baseball.
So I think
but
the
that's the thing with
first-
baseball, though. Those are guaranteed
so
contracts.
I think the first 4 years were the Rangers. So okay, $205.78 million were from the Yankees. I'm a Yankee fan.
Fucking Yankees.
And
So
now
am
we're
I.
getting into contract talk.
What's that?
I didn't know you were a Yankee fan.
I grew up in New York,
Are you? Upstate,
Yeah.
though.
upstate.
Yeah.
Well,
Not a
there's-
Mets fan?
No.
No, that's Queens and the Bronx.
Yeah, that's Queens.
Or
Yeah, the
Brooklyn.
Mets are like, you got to be like in this fucking part of the neighborhood.
So I mean,
live
I
in
was
this
born in
particular
Brooklyn,
neighborhood in
which
Brooklyn.
should make me a Mets fan, but I'm a Yankee fan.
Okay.
Yeah.
One of my first memories of life was being at a Yankee game.
I'm a lifelong Yankee fan, but I'm a Cubs fan too from all the time I spent in Chicago.
What the hell is wrong with you?
Well, you're allowed. You live there.
I live there.
Just go be a White Sox.
That means he
No, fuck
liked
the White
them when
Sox.
they got good. I think.
What? The Cubs?
Yeah.
No. I was.
Here's the thing, though. I fucking hate the Cubs.
You hate the Cubs?
Oh, yeah. As a lifelong Reds fan, I fucking despise
Oh,
the
that's
Cubs.
yeah. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I have a
Somebody who
buddy.
grew
I have
up
a
in
buddy
an
that's
Central
is
fan.
a Cardinals fan, and he hates the fucking Cubs too.
Well, yeah,
and I hate
the
the
rivalry.
Cardinals, so,
There you go. So we all hate each other.
yeah.
So
But
speaking
you know
of
who
Twitter,
really hates
there's-
people Greys. The reptilians.
The Grays and Sean Bradley,
Yeah.
representing
Yeah,
the
the
tall
Grays.
whites.
The reptilians hate people.
Sean Bradley. Is he playing?
Reptoids, if you
No,
will.
still playing?
it was
Oh.
from the 90s.
Oh, okay.
He was in Space Jam.
so
Oh, was it?
okay.
They're making another one.
Yeah, it's going to suck.
It's gonna suck. I mean, LeBron. I like LeBron, but
He's no Jordan.
yeah. But Jordan's no LeBron.
Yeah,
He's way
LeBron doesn't
better.
have a gambling
Whole
problem.
another podcast.
LeBron doesn't have a gambling problem.
So
Yeah.
As far as I know.
I think LeBron's a better actor than Jordan.
Fuck
We
you.
shall see.
Have you seen Space Jam? No.
have you seen Space Jam?
I have seen Space Jam. That's what I think.
It's on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah.
Speaking
No,
of
when
smoking
it co-
cigars in movies, fucking Hollow Earth.
Hollow
So,
I think we
how
covered
much-
Hollow Earth.
Well, I'm
didn't
just
we?
How
trying
much-
to bring us back.
Yeah.
I mean,
So
Space
Murdoch-
Jam's not a.
Murdoch. How much
Murtaugh.
of the Hollow Moon dark side do the Nazis control?
All of the dark side.
Like the entire. I thought China had.
I thought
Whoa.
Pink Floyd. I thought
That's
Pink
what I was
Floyd-
gonna say.
I thought Pink Floyd had the dark side of
Whoa.
the moon.
No. It's mostly the Nazis control the dark side of the moon with their UFO technology and stuff. So all right,
Son
let's
of a bitch.
roll back a little bit.
The
So the
fucking
Nazis.
Nazis,
Am I
man.
not allowed to like Pink Floyd anymore?
What was the name of that one movie?
On the dark side.
What was the name of that one movie with like the Nazis on the moon and shit? There was a movie that had that shit on.
We don't watch the same movies.
Yeah, I've never.
I
seen
didn't
it.
see it either. Like
The only Nazi movies
But
I watch, they're getting stabbed in the heads with people's dicks because they're
or
fucking Nazis.
baseball bats, but yeah.
Hellboy. Hellboy
No.
goes into.
There was some
the
bullshit
Nazi
movie where there was some
stuff.
shitty movie where there was like Nazis on the backside of the moon.
I don't remember that.
Either
I
way though,
remember
the Nazis are on the moon, so that's all you
Hellboy
need to know.
And Captain America both had like there's
So-
a Nazi section.
Here's the thing though.
I don't
the
remember
moon,
that in Inglorious Bastards.
The moon is full
was a
of
good movie.
fucking aliens. So you guys want to know that we couldn't even have landed on the moon in the first place during Apollo whatever in 1969? Because the moon was fucking full of alien bases. It was too goddamn crowded for us to go up there and even like land a goddamn
Wait a
spacecraft.
minute. Whoa.
Also very
It's
hard
fucking
to land on a
cheese.
hologram.
It's fucking cheese.
Yeah, and there's a lot of fucking aliens up there on that cheese, and we couldn't even find space to land a goddamn moon lander on it.
So that's why it's staged, because we couldn't land on the moon.
Yeah, it was all thanks Stanley Kubrick.
Stanley
It was all
Kubrick.
Stanley Kubrick on a fucking soundstage in Hollywood.
Amazing. That's some great filmmaking back in the day. Then
It is. I mean, that's why
that's
flag,
Avatar level
You see, like
filmmaking.
you see how like the
Wait, is
flag
that
is like sitting there
CGI?
static.
So, would it be harder to build the spaceships to get to the moon or create whatever you needed to do to make it look on screen like you went to the moon?
Apparently CGI is harder to create, so I'm saying we built
I mean, I'm no rocket scientist, but
Alright, so here's the
rocket
shit about
science.
the
So are you saying Neil Armstrong just had more ups than anybody ever? Because that guy was fucking hopping around on the moon like a son of a bitch.
I mean, on the soundstage he was
Right.
with Stanley Kubrick, director of,
Wasn't he the
2001.
lot
Eyes
of
Wide
movies.
Shut guy?
Odyssey.
Wasn't he the Eyes Wide Shut guy?
Yeah, he was
Yeah,
Eyes
that
Wide
was-
Shut.
that was the- I
So
think
Neil
that's the last
Armstrong
one.
was up there
Look,
having
listen
sex
here.
with
This is
people
a
in
fucking.
masks. Yeah.
These guys are talking complete. You and I keep bringing back the fucking Pornhub, fucking Eyes Wide
But
Shut.
where are the boobs
Yeah,
on the moon?
exactly.
There were boobs.
Where are the naked chicks in all of this? We need to
I mean,
know.
For all we know,
That's
we have
what we
like
need to know.
There's probably some hybrid alien up there that has like Armstrong and
Oh yeah, Total Recall. I remember. now.
Yeah, 3 boob guy.
3 boobs. Yeah, 3 tits.
That was.
Boobs.
Wait a minute. That was Mars.
That was on Mars.
That
But
was-
that doesn't mean that they transported him to Mars. Which, by the way,
Hey, those
we
tits
were
are
on Mars a
transcended.
million years ago. So
Those tits are transcended.
Let's talk
They can go
about that.
anywhere they want.
we were on Mars a million years ago. That's how like civilization started. So we were on Mars along with the reptilians, and then basically Mars had some big extinction event, like we had here on Earth, however many quote unquote millions of years ago.
Actually, Martians. Because the Martians that escaped that
Yeah.
came here.
Yeah, but then you had people who escaped to Planet X, which is Nibiru.
Oh.
And so you have all these fucking aliens on Nibiru who float around every 10,000 years and shit.
Did they go to Venus, or was the Venusian?
No, the
person
Venusians
already
are
there?
separate.
Oh, okay.
Valiant Thor was already down there and
Okay.
shit. Valiant Thor is doing his fucking
Fucking
thing
tall
over here.
whites, man.
So like, so Venusian Thor is there thousands of years ago.
Valiant
before
Thor.
sorry,
Val.
but he's also Venusian.
Call him Val.
So I
Just
can
call him.
We
Just
call
call
him
him
Val.
Val.
Purple skin.
Yeah.
Okay.
He has
Yeah,
what?
so
Purple
Val
skin.
landed
Purple skin,
here.
he's definitely Val.
Yeah.
Yeah, his name is Val.
I thought that was
Purple skin,
Thanos.
But he has a suit that he can wear that makes him look more human than like his purple fin implies.
You mentioned Thanos,
Son of
but
a
like
bitch.
that's where all the mythology comes from.
And that's
like,
where I dip
it
out at.
all spins back to what we're seeing now. Like the same themes that we've seen throughout history.
You lost
What
me.
are
on that
those
one.
themes, Carter?
So
Take the mic,
Well,
Carter.
he's saying, yeah. bring-
Venusian Thor, whatever his name is, purple
Val.
tall guy.
Peruvian?
Yeah. Peruvian. He's
Peruvian?
Peruvian. Yeah.
Peruvian
Yeah.
Thor.
Peruvian
Don't
snow.
make- Peruvian Thor is actually really nice.
Yeah.
Don't be mean to that guy.
Yeah.
All right.
Although he's
enough.
although he's amped up.
He makes nice fan flutes.
Pan flute's really good. Like same thing with the trolls and the elves and like all of this mythology that we believe in. It's things that someone somewhere has seen like once like way back when, and they tell that story, and then that comes back around again.
Oh,
And
like
so
your circle of mushrooms
there's
theory you guys were
some-
talking about earlier.
You know, every myth has some grain of truth to it, right? And
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
maybe this purple guy that controls a lot of stuff has some grain of truth to it, so it keeps coming back and back and back.
Maybe-
that could have been
maybe
Barney.
the-
So, right,
That
so
could've been
Valiant
Barney.
Thor was just some like bullshit Venusian who like came here and was like, I'm gonna use my powers of persuasion to go meet Ike.
Maybe the
And, like-
maybe the purple Val. It was just a guy with really really bad blood pressure.
Somebody with bad blood pressure.
He needed his statin. Or
Yeah, yeah,
fucking
He
whatever.
needs his lisinopril that I take every day.
He just had trouble breathing. That's all. He's just out
Just
of air.
needed a water pill.
Just needed water.
He looked like us until he got here, and like
Yeah.
the atmosphere turned him purple. And he's like,
Exactly.
ah, fuck.
So I mean, a lot of these, like some of these theories have existed since the 40s and 50s, right? So,
Fact, right?
sorry, I apologize. Some of these facts.
Quote unquote facts.
So where's the role of the internet come in here? Like
Everywhere.
so is the internet exist? Wait, whoa. Are you suggesting Al Gore didn't create the internet and it's existed before then?
I'm saying maybe the aliens made it.
Son of a
Maybe
bitch.
Al Gore is a great.
It's very
Yeah, he's definitely a tall white.
very realistic to say.
He's technically a tall.
Maybe he's a mediocre white. I don't know.
Yeah.
but-
He's tall, but he's kind of white.
Can confirm. Yeah. I mean,
But really, when you think about it, so like basically when you had the aliens come down here and they signed the Treaty of Greada with Eisenhower, basically that's how we end up with like things like Wi-Fi and like the internet. Like they like pass their technology out to us, and then we're just like, all right, we'll give you people to experiment.
and we
on.
said we'll give you some ass.
Yeah, we'll give you
And-
some ass because you need that ass because you don't live if you don't have that ass.
Hey,
So
Everybody likes hole.
here's the thing about the aliens.
Everybody's looking for ass at the end of the
The
day.
aliens are feeding off.
That's the theme.
The aliens are feeding off of our energy.
I mean, and so in conspiracy theorist form, like if I'm just following the money, like just follow the money, right? We're looking at a bunch of technology that would make the government a lot of money. Like keep the treaty to the side. The aliens have us on the hook because we want the technology, we want the money, and the aliens know if they give us the internet, as an example, that we're just going to spin up more of this conspiracy theory kind of stuff that they're going to be able to use later, right? They can spin it however they want, but they're giving us stuff that will leverage us to them, and now they control us in a financial way.
So it's like the drug trade. They gave us a taste.
Yeah,
Now we're hooked.
absolutely.
Yeah. Now they got us by the balls.
Right.
Or the ass.
And we,
Whatever.
It's ass. Again, everybody's looking for ass at some point.
with technology,
Male or female, you know what I mean? I don't care who you're fucking.
or alien.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
reptile.
Or alien. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
You want to go bang an alien? Hey, go. It makes you happy. Go bang some alien ass.
Potentially, it's all pink on the inside.
It's all. Yeah.
Potentially. You
No,
don't know
no.
until you've been there.
Yeah, theoretically, it's all pink.
fair.
Yeah.
I'm not sure the mythology goes that far.
Yeah, exactly. I'm sure if we can dig up. Wait, Scully left, so let's look on his laptop for alien.
So, no, because I mean, the internet, I feel
did
like, has
say-
made right. The internet is how you could do the Area 51 thing.
Yeah,
I
I mean,
mean,
at the end of
that-
the day, you're gonna use the internet because it spreads so. It's about what we talk about social influencing. It's so instant. So Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. I mean, all of those are like you got 10,000 followers, and it just multiplies. I mean, it's multiplicative if that's a word.
Multiplicative? I think.
Multiplicative.
Yeah.
I was close.
Yeah.
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 It's a fucking public education,
Yeah.
man. Give
Oh,
me
yeah.
a break.
It's an echo chamber. The bonus is that you can be completely anonymous while you do these things.
Oh,
right?
totally.
Like back in the day, in the 50s, when they're starting these conspiracy theories, it's like maybe I hand you the file, or you start watching a VHS tape, and you're like connecting dots,
Well,
and like you
VHS
got
should
the
have been
crazy,
80s,
yeah,
not
later,
not 50s.
right?
No,
Like,
the technology was
right,
from
depending on the
fucking
aliens
Naruto.
and what they've given
Yeah.
you. But you're doing this like
Thanos had to fucking give us the
spider-
VCRs. But he gave us VHS because Betamax, because the porn industry
Oh,
only
yeah,
wanted VHS.
mini disc wasn't that
it was-
popular,
yeah,
but he
exactly.
tried.
Fuck that.
So you're doing this
Fucking
like
mini
spider
disc.
web of things to like figure out what's going on, but now you can kind of do that instantly on the internet without
Yeah, so
telling
Magnum PI's
people
mustache.
who
We're
you
talking
are.
about the internet.
Right? So I can go on, whether it's QAnon or whoever,
yeah,
like
Big
really
Dick
deep
Doug
Reddit channel.
127.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big Dick Dog.
Big
Do
Dick
we know the Big Dick
420.
Is that Big Dick?
I have a friend named Doug, so
Yeah.
well, I'm going to say him. So he,
Exactly.
that
Good for
guy,
him.
Yeah,
that
kudos-
guy.
Kudos
Yeah,
to
Doug.
Big Dick Doug 147.
Like, you could start as an anonymous person, you can start saying, oh yeah, I totally saw Bernie Sanders put on his mask as a lizard. Like, he's actually a lizard, and I saw him put on his mask. And then someone riffs off of that, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, and it's this big giant
No, they're like, I
echo
seen it.
chamber. Yeah.
I've seen it too.
No, I can
I don't think-
confirm that.
I don't think Bernie actually put his suit on. I think
When
he just
Tom-
looks like a
when
He
lizard.
Bernie
still looks
said
like
he-
a lizard.
Yeah.
Bernie said he was going to tongue punch that ass. We now know why.
Eat it like groceries. I knew it.
Actually, with a tongue, if he's a reptilian, he can tongue punch two asses all at the
That's
same
what
time.
I'm saying. Like,
Exactly.
we thought it was just a joke. He was being literal.
Exactly.
Wow, I didn't know that.
The what?
Excuse me. What if you were to discover that certain individuals in government, corporations, military, academia, media, and the alternative research community are either reprogrammed versions of their former selves or artificial beings entirely? If you were learned that these were under the complete control of covert forces possessing a vested interest in manipulating society, then
Wait,
you would see it
we're
in order beneath the chaos and current
We've
affairs
crossed over
that
to
leaves
John Hall,
others with
Daryl
more
Oates.
limited understanding, shocking than
their
hell.
heads in puzzlement. That's just the introduction.
So
This
fucking
document
puzzles.
is a compilation of sources, discussions, various aspects of the human simulacrum phenomenon, the strategic and covert replacement, reprogramming, or artificial creation of individuals to function as total societal control devices. Multiple descriptive terms exist for these creatures: organic robotoids, reanimated humans, synthetics.
So what you're
clones,
saying is
duplicates,
we've
doubles,
either been
lookalikes,
programmed-
replicants, robots, and cybernetic humanoids.
All right. Shut it down.
All I've gathered is that people on the internet are very good at making up new words.
Shut up.
What does that mean?
Yeah, so
just read
to
it.
summarize
I have no
that for
idea.
us, we're all robots of some type, and no. No, that's terrible radio, but,
montalk.net.
Like the Montauk experiment, but Montauk. Yeah.
Like the place on Long Island?
Yes, like the place on Long Island. Where they did a lot of like that's why
Wait, people are reprogrammed on Long Island? Son of a bitch.
Yeah, so like the Montauk experiment.
I don't know who you are anymore.
It's like what Stranger Things is based on. So like you have all like these like psychological experiments that you're like crushing kids with, and you know how it is.
Yeah.
Just killing
Yeah,
kids.
You need the
No,
children
I don't-
to have psychological abilities to
Yeah.
fight the aliens.
I thought you
the
only
kids
crushed
need-
kids mentally, not physically.
Well, see, the reptilians need the kids' organ
enough.
energy to like feed them. So organ energy is like the bad vibes that we as humans put off, and the reptilians feed on that. So if you have like kids who are feeling all these bad vibes, then that's even better because kids just put off more organ energy than us adults do. So fuck these kids, yo. Not in
Well,
a
I think
pedophilic
my
way.
kids said fuck Kyrie Irving, and they don't
in
believe
the best
in the fucking
interest of the
flat earth
reptiles.
shit. So what I've learned today is
for the greater good.
Kyrie Irving is a tall white.
On the inside, because he's all pink on the inside.
I have a
really good handle in backstage.
No, no doubt, probably the best handles in the game. But
best jump shot for a reptilian.
so he's a reptilian.
Nah, I don't know. No, he's a shill.
Shill.
He's a shill. Just call him a shill.
Is that because he can't do it without
No,
LeBron?
he's not a shill. Fuck. No, he's not a shill. He's a. See, I can't find the right
Well, he did in Miami, but I mean,
to describe it.
But he also had Dwayne Wade.
Dwayne Wade in his
Yeah.
prime for sure.
Yeah.
Dwayne Wade, Gabrielle Union. That's a lovely couple right there.
God love
Yeah.
her.
Are we back on?
That's not
Yeah, exactly.
Peruvian.
Dwayne
got-
Wade eats that ass.
Yeah, he
what I've
may.
heard.
He-
Good kudos to him if he does.
Oh, he's a reptile in his pants. That's, I've heard.
On the internet.
Right.
Gabrielle Union.
Back to the internet. I've
To the
heard
internet,
that.
Yeah,
A
exactly.
lot of
From what I hear.
internet. Yeah.
Oh God. So
The
we
corners
should-
of the internet actually get darker.
I
Maybe
get
that's for
darker.
another.
yeah, that's
Oh,
for
are we
a couple-
going
yeah.
dark web?
Trust me.
Oh,
I can just
but-
not that
Oh.
sort of dark, but I can keep going. Yeah.
yeah. So we're at 50 some odd minutes here. So there's basically at the end of the day, there's a shitload of stuff to talk about from a conspiracy theory. So thank you, Mully and Skulder,
Carter and Tubbs.
Carter and Tubbs.
Gracias.
Oh, this
Yeah,
was
but-
fun.
yeah, exactly.
I will take my tinfoil hat off.
Yeah,
And
No, you should leave it on.
Watch X-Files.
yeah. Watch X-Files.
Not
So
the new X Files, the old X Files.
Watch those two.
there's a new X-Files.
Honestly, don't even
I
watch
think
the
they
X
brought it
Files.
back.
X Files is just disinformation. Go to the internet, Google shit, and watch that.
So
So
the
the
X-Files
government-
is
so the-
just meant to throw us off the scent, is
All
what
right,
you're
so
saying.
go to check out Bibliotheca Pleiades, which is a fantastic research website, or Project Camelot, or there's a
I'd rather
whole-
check out which one's the redhead chick, Mulder.
Mulder.
Scully.
Gillian Anderson.
Yeah.
Yes.
Scully.
Yeah,
Oh.
I'd much rather check her out than fucking Bibliotheca.
check out Carrie Cassidy on Project.
She's
Camelot.
actually British. You know that, right?
Carrie Cassidy.
I had no
Yeah.
idea.
She-
She's
yeah.
Irish. Yeah.
Yeah, she's actually
Like
she's
Madonna British or real
Actually, no,
deal
like
Holyfield
actually
British?
fucking like born in
I
England.
thought she was
She's-
Irish.
To be clear, BBC, British Broadcasting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lies.
Yeah.
That's lies.
More
as
like
hell.
reptilian broadcasting company.
Anyway, all right. So we're gonna wrap this up here. So
Search for the truth, people.
exactly.
It's out there.
Truth is out there.
We'll
Truth
be
is
back.
out there.
Gentlemen's, we appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for coming
Definitely,
on.
this was
Appreciate
good
it.
stuff.
Welcome.
Check out the episode on fragmental.co. Check it out on iTunes, pretty much every platform. At this point,
We're at every platform this time, and we're also on Twitter. So at Fragmental Co. So send us a
it's
tweet.
Also, Google Podcasts now. Not
Yeah,
Google Play.
absolutely. That's what we learned this afternoon. So it's Google Podcast now, not Google Play. So, all right. Thanks, Mike.
Thanks, Dave.
Thanks, Molly and Skolder.